Madam, this is a poster which has the name of, unfortunately, and I look at this child as a child who has been mobilized as a weapon against the state. This is a child who must not have had an idea that India is not one, but who must have been infested with this thought by those who want to bear arms to overthrow this state. It bears the name of Kanhaiya Kumar, Shaila Rashid, Rama Naga. They're all members of the student union. And apart from condemning the hanging of Afzal Guru, they claim it as a nervous attempt by the Congress government. And this, Madam Speaker, is a notice given on the 10th of February 2016. On the 9th night, pamphlet which is stuck all across with these signatures. And it says that the public meeting was also disrupted for Mahishasur Martyrdom Day. What is Mahishasur Martyrdom Day, Madam Speaker? Our government has been accused, and I miss today Saugata Roy and Saugata Bose in this house, champions of free speech, because I want to know whether they will discuss this particular topic which I am about to enunciate in this house on the streets of Kolkata. I dare them this. Posted on the 4th of October 2014. A statement by the SC, ST, OBC and minority students of JNU. And what do they condemn? An attempt, like I said, Madam Speaker, this very pamphlet on the 10th of February highlights what the communist leaders call Mahishasur Martyrdom Day. And may my God forgive me for reading this. Durga Puja is the most controversial racial festival, where a fair-skinned, beautiful goddess Durga is depicted brutally killing a dark-skinned native called Mahishasur. Mahishasur, a brave, self-respecting leader, tricked into marriage by Aryans. They hired a sex worker called Durga, who enticed Mahishasur into marriage and killed him after 9 nights of honeymooning during sleep. Freedom of speech, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants to have this discussion on the streets of Kolkata? I want to know. Whether Rahul Gandhi will stand for this freedom, I want to know. For these are the students. No, they are students. What is this depraved mentality? I have no answers for it. I have no answers for it. But then I thought, is it only because many leaders say कि हाँ बच्चे हैं बोल रहे हैं माफ करो, हो सकता है. But how does this depravity get seeded into the minds of our children? Unfortunately, the rows of the Congress party are empty today, Madam Speaker. I have said time and again, शिक्षा को रणभूमि मत बनाओ. मैंने बार बार इस सदन में और दूसरे में निवेदन किया हाथ जोड़कर, मेरी किसी ने नहीं सुनी. Today I am compelled to say this, Madam Speaker. Are these just slogans? I seek to quote a European philosopher, Roman at that, who said, "A nation can survive its fools and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. An enemy at the gates is less formidable, for he is known and carries his banner openly. But the traitor moves amongst those within the gate freely. His sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. For the traitor appears not a traitor. He speaks in the accents familiar to his victims. He wears their face and their arguments. He appeals to the baseness that lies deep in the hearts of men. He rots the soul of a nation. He works secretly and unknown in the night to undermine the pillars of the city. he infects the body politic so that it can no longer resist. A murderer is less to fear. आज अगर चाणक्य का मैं यहां वर्णन करती तो लोग कहते हैं सैफरन है. इसलिए आज एक रोमन फिलोसोफर को कोट किया और सोचा मैंने कि हमारे बच्चे सीखते कहां से हैं. एक प्रमाण आज आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करती हूं इस हाउस में, जो अभी अभी मेरे डेस्क पर आया है. यह किताब है हिस्ट्री की, कक्षा 4 के बच्चों के लिए. टीचर्स रीडर. व्हाट आर आवर टीचर्स टॉट. इस किताब की लेखिका हैं तीस्ता सेतलवाल. इस किताब को कमीशन करने वाले हैं यूपीए के कपिल सिब्बल साहब. वो यूपीए जिसकी चेयरपर्सन सोनिया जी हैं. किताब में क्या लिखा है, कक्षा 4 के बच्चे को क्या पढ़ाना चाहिए. In our text and our syllabus, I'm quoting, we continue to perpetuate the colonial legacy of portraying ancient India as synonymous with Hindu and medieval India past with the Muslim. I quote from this book, Madam Speaker. अरविंद सावंत जी महाराष्ट्र से हैं. ये किताब दी गई डॉन बॉस्को माटुंगा को, स्कूल ऑफ माय कोलीग पीयूष गोयल. When we teach Shivaji, Akbar, Aurangzeb as responsible educator, animators, we need to ask, which Shivaji do we take into the classroom? I am quoting, Madam Speaker. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ शिवाजी के खिलाफ लिखा. Congress politicians allowed the killings for 3 days in the Sikh riots. That is also taught. Hindu-Christian riots in Kanyakumari. How the propaganda of Hindu organizations targets Christian minorities. You are teaching this to a child in the 4th standard. This is their idea of secular education. History taught to standard 6. And I quote, Madam Speaker, Kashmir is a much demonized land today. That the state militates against the atrocities of the Indian state. You teach a 6th standard child this. Are we shocked that when these children go to a university, they said Kashmir ki azadi tak jang ladenge? My तकलीफ सुन लीजिए, ओवैसी साहब सुन लीजिए.
झी 24 तास रहा एक पाऊल पुढे.